Hey, good morning, everyone. My name's Athena. I'll be helping lead our Sunday service this morning. This is my first time with the new format, so please allow me grace. All right, and thank you for joining our community in exploration and celebration. Welcome and thank you for joining. Sanctuary Church is a 508 faith-based organization. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. Psilocybin mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion, which brings us closer to what is commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our vision and mission at Psanctuary is to live in a world with supportive and joyful communities, empowered to discover our own divinity with sacred mushrooms and each other. We are bringing people together for healing and connection to divine revelation through communion with sacred mushrooms. During our service today, we ask that you mute your mics if you're not muted already. The 30-minute service portion of our gathering is being recorded, and we will be posting this on our YouTube for community viewing. We'll begin with a short guided meditation, followed by 2 readings to facilitate our journal prompt and the discussion following service. Prior to the 90-minute discussion, we invite one of our community leaders to share some sanctuary announcements and updates. And we invite you now to find a comfortable space where you can settle in and be present as we begin our service today. I invite Amy to lead us in our meditation this morning.
Good morning, everyone. So let's take a moment, shake out anything that's brought in with us. You can go ahead and close your eyes and just breathe naturally. Remember, you can always come back to your breath as an anchor to the present moment. Now imagine the individuals in our group are sitting in a circle, and that white light connects us all, heart to heart. Connect with the feelings of affection and warmth you have for them. Enjoy the feelings as they fill your body. Next, slowly focus on the phrase, "May I be well, happy, and peaceful," feeling the warmth and loving kindness filling your body. And send these feelings to the individuals in our group. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Continuing to breathe naturally. As the light connects you, heart to heart, may I be well, happy, and peaceful. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Feel yourselves bathed in the warmth and light of loving kindness while repeating these phrases silently. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Remember to breathe naturally as the white light connects you heart to heart, and continue. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Next, remembering to breathe naturally, imagine the white light between you becoming a circle of light around you. The light is bathing you in the warmth and peace of loving kindness that you radiate out to your surroundings, including all beings, from the smallest insect to the largest animal, into the ocean and out into the universe. See yourself radiating the light of loving kindness out into infinity. May we be well, happy, and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May we all be well, happy, and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Now enjoy the feelings of warmth and expansion in your body. Recognize the feelings that flow from your heart out into the universe, and the universal friendliness reflected in your own heart. May we be well, happy, and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May we be well, happy, and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Now turn your attention to your body and notice your feelings and sensations. Notice what is observing your body and recognize that awareness. A peaceful, still part of you that witnesses everything without judgment. Breathe naturally, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes.
Thank you, Amy.
Welcome.
Before we move into our readings, and while we are still in this mindful, centered space, I invite us all to place our hands on our heart as we take a few moments to send loving intention to our sacrament and to all who cultivate or consume these sacred mushrooms. Without these gifts, our Creator, and the communion of our members, this community would not exist. The healing brought on by our sacrament is not limited to the times when we consume the mushroom, but extends into all aspects of our lives and spreads like the mycelium around our world. It is through intention and attention that we call forth the healing power of the mushroom and the community that we have formed around it. Let us use our ever-expanding awareness to bring greater peace and healing to our world. Let us radiate gratitude from our hearts to our Creator, to our community, and to those who cultivate our sacrament. For these gifts impart healing to those who commune with love and sincerity. In cultivating and consuming this sacrament, we become aware of the oneness of life, the knowing that we live in all things and that all things live in us. Let us apply this understanding to all of our relationships and aid us in our journey as members of the human family. Thank you, everyone. As we move into our first reading, I invite Emil.
All right, Letting Go by David Hawkins. Letting go of negative feelings is the undoing of the ego, which will resist at every turn. The solution is to keep on letting go, even of feelings you have about the process. Let the resistance be there, but don't resist the resistance. You are free. You don't have to let go, but do look at the fear behind the resistance. What are you afraid of regarding the process? Let's not forget we are letting go of all of the programs that have made us a slave and a victim for a long time. These programs have blinded us to the truth of our real identity. The ego is losing ground and will try tricks and bluffs. One of the tricks is to go unconscious about the technique itself, to decide suddenly it isn't working, that things are still the same, or it is too confusing or hard to do. This is a sign of real progress. It means that it knows we have a knife with which to cut ourselves free. Eventually, it will be seen that all thoughts are resistance. They are all images that the mind has made to prevent us from experiencing what is actually here and now. When we have been letting go for a while and have begun to experience what is really going on, we will laugh at our thoughts. Thoughts are fakes, absurd make-believes that obscure the truth. Pursuing thoughts can keep us occupied endlessly. Thoughts are like goldfish in a bowl. The real self is like water. The real self is the space between the thoughts, or more exactly, the field of silent awareness underneath all thoughts. We have all experienced being totally absorbed in what we were doing when we scarcely noticed the passing of time. The mind was quiet, and we were simply doing what we were doing without effort or resistance. We were relaxed yet busy. This is when we can realize that we don't need thoughts at all. Thoughts are like bait to a fish. It's best not to bite at thoughts.
Thank you, Emil. Now, take a moment to reflect on this reading. Please take out your journals and pens for 5 minutes using the following prompt. Let us take a moment to share in this great irony as we think about not thinking about thoughts. Sit with what Hawkins has said here. Of course, it seems counterintuitive that we don't need thoughts, yet as he points out, our most productive and most relaxed state is one of flow, when we are not thinking. What are your thoughts on not thinking, or on this notion of the real self that Hawkins points to? We will have the opportunity to further explore what we journaled during our discussion following the service. like to begin finishing up your thoughts. We have about a minute remaining. Please wrap up your thoughts as we move into the next portion of our service. Paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Jennifer to help us with our next reading.
Good morning, everyone. I was on the wrong chapter. I had to flip back. If only I had the tiniest grain of wisdom, I should walk in the great way. And my only fear would be to stray from it. The great way is very smooth and straight, and yet the people prefer devious paths. The court is very clean and well garnished, but the fields are very weedy and wild, and the granaries are very empty. They wear gorgeous clothes. They carry sharp swords. They suffit themselves with food and drink. They possess more riches than they can use. They are the heralds of Brindage. I don't know that word. As for Tao, what do they know about it?
Thank you, Jennifer. We'll begin closing out our service. Some announcements with the help of Amy.
Good morning. So this week, our virtuals, our virtual circles and workshops are open to non-members for a suggested $5 donation, and all members can attend any of the virtual circles and workshops for free. This week, the offerings include this evening at 6:30 Eastern, Veterans Healing with Psilocybin with Jeff. Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, Internal Family Systems with Debbie. Wednesday at 6 Eastern, Full Moon Women's Circle with Courtney. Saturday at 10:30 Eastern, Book Club with Russell or Jason. Please register and find Zoom links in our events calendar on Psanctuary.org. This Wednesday, Jeff Love will be leading our in-person Veterans and First Responders Circle at Clifton University. I'm sorry, I always say this wrong. At Clifton Church in Louisville. Clifton Universality Unitarian in Louisville. This circle will create a space for veterans and first responders to come together and discuss their personal experiences with psilocybin to heal physical, emotional, and mental trauma caused by their service. It is also open to anyone with a family or spouse currently or ex-military. I'm sorry, the spouse can be current or ex, military or first responder exposure that has brought trauma into your life. This circle is donation-based and open to all members of our community. Membership is not required. Please visit our events calendars on our website to register. And next Monday evening, December 4th, our fellow member Alan Pennington will begin hosting an 8-week virtual workshop series centered around peaceful conflict resolution and communication. Registrants are encouraged to acquire his book, Crisis to Calm, which will be referenced throughout the weekly workshops. Find all details in our events calendar. And applications for our January through March cohorts of our new and improved subtle sacrament, cultivation, myself and friends and family minister programs are open. Becoming an ordained minister gives our members the fundamental education, greater protection, and continuous support to administer sacred mushrooms to ourselves, our friends and family who are also official members, and our friends and family who are also official members. And if you will have been a member for 4 weeks by the program start dates, you can submit your application until Christmas Eve. We are so honored and grateful to now have over 150 ordained ministers within our community, and we're just getting started. You can find links to apply at psanctuary.org or in your member portal. And that's all for this week.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Membership. If you are not yet a member and are interested in joining our community of almost 400 official members, you may look into beginning our 5-step membership process by visiting psanctuary.org. Like the mycelial network we seek to emulate, Psanctuary relies on the support and resources of our community while giving back health and wholeness to the same. We seek to create a nationwide and eventually global community that contributes to the healing of humanity. Your support is incredibly valuable as we grow and even after we are established. Becoming a member gives you access to our private official member chat server via the Discord app, minister ordination programs, our network of sacrament cultivators, sacrament services facilitated by our friends and family and community ministers, and discounted community offerings, so much more. Now I'd like to invite Stephen to announce our new members this week.
Hi, everybody. We have 3 new members this week to announce. We have Pete from Maine, Christina from Maine, and Lessa from Washington. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you, Stephen. All right. And our new State of Sanctuary committee updates and FAQs. I'd like to invite Alan to update us this week.
Yes, I am giving an opportunity to tell you a little bit about the class that I'm going to be teaching. It was going to be on Wednesday night, but it is not going to be on Wednesday night. It is going to be on Monday night so that we don't conflict with the circles that are on Wednesday night. So if you couldn't come on Wednesday, hopefully you can come on Monday at 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 Central, and so forth. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about what's going on in the class to hopefully give you a better idea if that's going to be something that you want to be involved in. Compassionate conflict resolution is really based on the assumption that love and compassion are more powerful than anger and control. And when we get into an argument, it's really the anger and control from the 2 people that are dominating, and it usually doesn't go very well. So if we can learn to stay into our compassionate selves, we will have the satisfaction of knowing we're being the best version of ourselves, and we're going to get the best possible outcome. Even if it's not necessarily the one we wanted, it will still be the best one that we can get if we're being in our compassionate, curious self. So we're going to be exploring that. We're going to be talking about some different tools to use on how to be more compassionate. We're going to be talking about why do we sometimes get in our own way of doing that, and how can we get out of our own way of doing that. The format's going to be about 5 minutes of meditation on compassion and love, maybe 15 minutes of presentation. And then the most of the session will be getting your reflections and thoughts, talking about case studies that I'll bring or that you can bring, Like, I'm having this issue with this person. Can we talk about that? Because we keep talking about this same thing and we just keep doing this circle. How can we get out of that? So if you've got things that you want to bring to the table, I'm assuming that everybody that wants to come won't be able to come every week, and that's fine. Come whenever you can. One week we'll sort of build on the last, but we'll be doing reviews every week. So come whenever you can. Let's see. If you also want to be interested in a preview, I have a podcast, The Curious Counselor. I'm going to put all this in the chat here, so you don't have to write it all down. You can copy it. But I've got a podcast, episode 10, How to Win an Argument and Avoid a Fight, which is going to talk about a lot of the same tools that we will be talking about in the class. If you've got other questions, you can reach me at my email that I'll put in the chat. And yeah, if you need to know anything else. But I really just want to express appreciation to Athena and Eric and Courtney and Amy for giving me this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope lots of people will be able to join. I think we're going to have a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll be very productive. So thank you, Athena. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alan. Really looking forward to this series. All right. Thank you, everyone. As we begin closing out our service, I'd like to recognize that we've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us and wish you a great week ahead. As we further our conversation, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Please remember that we are not a medical or therapeutic organization. Statements made by the moderator or members of Psanctuary are their own. We are here discovering and exploring along